I'm only helping him get some employment, so he's going to be the one doing what he needs to do.
Do you want to work too?
Okay, no biggie. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday Morning Part 2. Literally just filmed this intro to this video and went to go load it up on the computer to test it all out, make sure the audio was good and the cardigan wasn't all blown out. And sure enough, I deleted the first part of the video without even realizing it. So here we are filming this again. And again, it's Monday morning as I begin this. This is not going to be a total sitting down, talking head type of a shot. I've learned that's what they call these type of videos, a talking head video. But this is only the introduction of what we've got going on today. Today I'm going to be working more closely with codename, nickname, the new guy, the mysterious person that I've been working with. I had an opportunity to put him to work for the very first time last week, and he worked really well. This is a guy who, again, is homeless, who was without transportation or with broke down transportation, and also doesn't have a job. He's got these three things that have been against him and basically in his way. And it's been my hope since beginning to work with him to try to help him in any way that I can. I just recently helped him get his moped repaired. Now he's got transportation again, which is going to be a big plus if and when he is able to find a job. Also, with the fact that he's living in this abandoned place with some drunk guy, it's definitely not a good situation. I've wanted to try to help him find a room for rent. To give you a little more background on this mysterious new guy, this is a guy who had a job, who was renting a room from somebody, lost his job, and then in turn lost the place that he was staying at. He was not able to pay the rent anymore. He got kicked out from there. This guy's got a really interesting story. And I think to myself, if I get an opportunity to share it with you guys, I think that you would like it a lot. However, with this guy, we're going to do things completely different. And in fact, we're going to do it completely backwards. I'm going to work with this guy, keep him mysterious, nicknamed the new guy. That's all you're going to know of this dude. And we're going to see where he's able to get and if he is able to get into a better place for himself. And if that's the case, then I'd like to get the opportunity to share his story, which I think would be that much more interesting after you see where this guy's coming from and also where he gets to, versus the way that we've done things in the past where we share an individual story and then some people may say, oh, this guy's not going to do it. He doesn't look like he's going to make it. He looks like he's getting high. What if we were able to showcase what a person's going to do before people have to worry about what they think he's going to do? I hope that makes sense the way that I'm trying to explain that right there. Another thing I'd like to mention is the whole doing drugs thing. Does this guy get high? I don't think that he does. He doesn't look like he gets high, which doesn't mean a damn thing. You can look like you don't get high all day long and still get high. But I'm probably about 90% convinced that this guy is not using. He has admitted that he's had a problem with addiction in the past. I don't have a lot of clarification. I think I'm certain that that's not what led to him losing his job and his place that he was staying at. But again, I can't be 100% certain. I just don't know. The fact of the matter is this guy seems to be clean and he definitely seems to want an opportunity and a fair shake. And he doesn't seem to it doesn't seem like he's able to get that or he's got that at all. Sometimes when a person doesn't got nothing and it just feels like the world is just kicking them when they're down and they just cannot seem to get up, a person really could benefit from some help. At least I feel that way. And I'd like to be the help for this guy, and I hope that I'm able to help this guy. Today, what I'm going to be doing is trying to help this guy find a job. I've mentioned in the past how I feel like a lot of people are hiring right now. But then again, on the flip side of the coin, we're dealing with a pandemic. We're dealing with small businesses shutting down, and everywhere you turn, places are shutting down because of this pandemic. So I want to do a little bit of a social experiment today with all of this as well. And what that social experiment is if a guy really wants to work, even if he's got a criminal record and he's homeless, can he find work? In my personal opinion, I think that the answer to that's going to be yes. I also think that it might be easy for this guy to find work. But then again, we're probably going to stand corrected with that. When I think about this, like, damn, man, it seems like every place is hiring, at least it seems that way. maybe this guy's able to find multiple jobs. But I guess we'll see. Last week when I began to work with this guy, I was only able to give him 1 day's work, but I also spent some time with him getting to know him. And he seems driven to want to do better. That's what I take from getting to know this guy. He seems like a pretty decent guy. But also, we were trying to help this guy find a room for rent. That was the first thing that I wanted to do working with this guy, because I felt like, well, you need a place to stay before you can find a job. And I was going to try to help him with that. But the crazy thing is, these places, some of these rooms for rent, a lot of these rooms for rent want like $700 a month. $700 a month is a person's entire mortgage in some cases. And if they're renting multiple rooms, oh shit, they got themselves a small business. The short of it is, it doesn't seem so easy to find a room for rent right this second within the $400 or $500 a month price range. Another thing to mention, this guy's also said, he's not opposed to going to a halfway house. There's Oxford houses, which are about $150 a week and about $600 a month, but that's a possibility as well. Like I said last week, the game plan was to try to help this guy find a place, get the moped repaired, see how he works. Well, we were able to do 2 of those 3 things. And even though we weren't able to find him the place, we're still going to look for that. But also, we got to get the ball rolling with trying to help him find some employment. If he's going to need an address or a reference, he can use me. He can use my address, the Flip House address for an address. Another thing to mention real quick, somebody had said, Joe, the guy needs a place to stay. Why don't you let him live at the Flip House? Well, there's no power over there. There's no running water over there. The Flip House ain't no better than the abandoned place where this guy's currently staying at. So that ain't going to be no good to him. And it's cold, it's wet, it's raining outside today. It is a miserable day to be homeless. I truly feel for this guy, and I truly want to help him get to a better place. And that's the objective today. That's what we're getting ready to do. So hopefully by the end of today, we've found this guy a job or a very strong lead towards some employment. With so many places shutting down, with the current state of the world, with a pandemic, with the holidays, with a criminal record, with being homeless, and also with the feeling that I have that a lot of people are still hiring. If a guy really wants work, he should have no problem finding a job, right? Before we get the show on the road in terms of trying to help this guy find some employment, I'm going to take him to the Salvation Army. There's only one Salvation Army that's open right now. It's close to where he's staying at. And try to get this guy some decent looking, presentable clothes that should hopefully give him just that much more of a leg up during this job hunt. All right. Up in Salvation Army, trying to find some good presentable shirts and get our new guy looking presentable. That way, when it comes time to go try to talk to some potential employers, hopefully that'll give him a lot better shot. Obviously, looking presentable is going to be a big part of that, right? All right, so we've just gotten out of the Salvation Army store. Really nice folks up in there, and we got our new guy looking super sharp. Got him dressed up, and let me just show the clothes at least. Bing. We got the khakis. We got the shirt. Well, that's that go home attire right there. Looks like he just got released from prison. But we got him looking good. So now we're getting ready to go try to help our new guy find some work. And I'm getting a little overwhelmed because I feel like, oh man, I thought this was gonna be a super easy process. I thought I had some feelers out there for some things, and it doesn't really seem like any of that's coming through just yet, but we really haven't even barely cracked the egg on this whole trying to find a job thing. So we're gonna really hit the pavement running right this second, even though it's raining, even though it is freezing outside. Let's go see what kind of prospects we can find and what kind of potential work opportunities we can find for the new guy. I'm hopeful that today's gonna be a really productive day. All right, it's probably only been about 5 minutes since I was last filming, talking about getting ready to get this ball rolling, and we're already getting this ball rolling. New guy is going into a sub shop right now. We don't know if they're hiring or not, but that's where he's gonna start at. And then we're right in front of another thrift store, and right there on the window, boom, now hiring. So he's gonna get ready to go up in there. Next, I'm gonna go in there with him. And then also, we passed by a staffing place. This was one of the first things that came to my mind today, was a place called, well, just a staffing agency, a temp service. It's really close to where we are, but we just passed by another one, which is a lesser one, I guess, like a day labor one. Go in there that day, go to work supposedly. We're gonna go in there. I'm gonna film going in there on the low, just so you can hear how the conversation goes, what they offer, because I don't know anything about that. And we're also gonna hit up potentially the other staffing place, which is a place that I actually used to work through back in the day. I had a good job, not my concrete pouring job, but prior to that, the only other really good job I ever had in my life, and I messed that up, building scaffolding on shipyards and Navy bases and in paper mills. I actually started that job through the temp service. While he's in the sub shop, I'm gonna get ready to go up into this thrift store, and I'm gonna see what they're hiring for and try to get some information on that and get the ball rolling for this guy. We're gonna be on it today, folks. If you want to work, you got to go out there and put your nose to the grindstone and make it happen. So I'm gonna go up in here and see what they're talking about. Well, they must be hiring in that sub shop, because he's still in there. He's probably filling out an application. All right, let's go see what's going on in here. Hello, man. I saw the sign for the hiring. I'm interested in.
Oh, you need your application?
Yes, ma'am. What are you guys hiring for?
Cashiers.
Okay. You guys train here?
Mm-hmm.
I got a friend of mine who I'm trying to help find some employment today. He's actually right next door, so I'm gonna have him fill this application out for you.
Okay.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
All right, good deal. So, new guy is in the car. All right, I want to say this real quick. He doesn't take any offense to me calling him new guy. We've actually talked about that being his alias, and he's okay with that. But he's back in the car. He just filled out the application in the sub shop. And let me see that piece of paper they gave you. Says all he's got to do is go to the state health, the state food safety website, do whatever he's got to do there, and he can get a job up in that sub shop. But they said they can't guarantee him how many hours he could get. They also didn't have a hiring sign in there. He just went up in there. They've got a hiring sign here, so maybe that could be more hours. It's probably going to be like minimum wage. But if they're giving them part-time work, it's a start. And look, one thing that I want to tell you, and I hope you won't mind that I'm telling you this while I'm filming, but you know, no matter what job you get, don't just quit that job. Work that job as much as they'll allow you to work that job, or as much as you can work that job, all the while trying to find a better job. And eventually that better job is going to present itself. And if you leave these jobs in good standings, putting in your 2 weeks notice and being able to use these jobs as references and also stepping stones, you're going to get to where you want to get to. And you know, if you're in a position where you're just not employed, or you're not in a job that you like, whoever's watching this video, you know, be motivated by this guy right here. Let me see if I can just show something without, he's filling out the application right now. Be motivated by a guy who is homeless, who's out here trying to get it. It's raining, it's cold outside, and he's trying to improve his situation. So know that, you know, it could always be worse. And if it is worse, like it is for our new guy, it can get better. And that's what I want to see happen for him. I want to see it get better for him. So we're on application number 2. He's already got good news from the first place, and we'll let you know what they say when he goes and turns in this application. On that, have you ever been convicted of a felony? You had to check yes, didn't you? Yeah.
Never been convicted of any crime.
They want them misdemeanors too. All right, I hate filming this on my phone. We're getting ready to go up in this temp service right now. This is a little hole in the wall one. I think this is gonna be the day labor one. So let's go up in here and see what they're talking about. Our new guy's ready to fill out any kind of information he needs to. He also turned in the application at the thrift store, and they told him that they were gonna look over that and give him a call. So we're gonna fill out like 10 applications today. And damn it, by hell or high water, he gonna get something.
Sir, how are you doing? My name's currently looking for employment.
Huh? Yeah, I'm with him as well.
All right, we do have a job form that requires road flagging.
Okay.
You willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
Today, do some road flagging.
Okay. No, but I've seen them do it. Hold up a stop and slow sign and everything.
All right. Well, first things first, you gotta get process. I mean, do the application here, okay?
Okay.
First thing, there's a welcome video to watch. Or one will be on one tablet, and the other person on the other tablet watch the video. Then after the video, there's a survey to take. Then after that, you do the paper. Application. All right.
So you guys are day labor?
Some jobs are day, some jobs are weekly.
Cool. So you'll get the flagger certification and then you can be flagging tomorrow. What's the pay for the flagging job?
11.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm only helping him get some employment, so he's going to be the one doing what he needs to do.
Do you want to work too?
I've got a job, so I appreciate it. Thank you, though.
All right, so sir, you're gonna go ahead and check in with a permit.
I'll wait for you outside.
All right, sounds good.
All right, how about that? They're hiring immediately for flaggers. I've done flagging work. One of the best jobs that I ever had through the temp service was flagging. I was making $13 an hour being a flagger. They're hiring up here right now for work tomorrow for $11 an hour. So he's going to be able to get some work. He's got to fill out the application, watch the flagging video, take the survey, and then he's going to be set up, squared away, ready to go. They've got day labor and they've got weekly work. So hell yeah. We're on stop number 3 and things are already starting to look real good. Oh wow, that's super zoomed in. All right. Good Lord. It's 12 o'clock. Probably been sitting up here for maybe like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. Feels like I've been sitting up here for a couple hours. We're still up here at this temp service. One thing that I wanted to mention with all of this effort trying to help our new guy find work, you know, all of this stuff takes time. You got to go in and fill out an application where you're even able to fill in an application at. There goes the woman who was in there when we walked in there, so maybe he should be getting close to being done. A lot of places are going to want you to do applications online. Speaking of that, I just got a chance to talk with Shannon probably about 30 minutes ago. Geez, we've been up here forever. But shout out to Shannon. Shannon's actually got some really awesome things getting ready to take place this week. I'm going to get a chance to see her later on this week, and maybe we can talk with her about those things. Pretty mysterious, all of that right there. Shannon's getting married. Screw it, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. And we're going to the wedding, y'all. I talked with Shannon about the restaurant where she works at. She says they're hiring. I looked on their website how to do that. So that'll be a place our new guy can check out as well. And also, while sitting here, I've been, you know, just trying to think of any and all avenues to explore in an effort to try to help this guy get to a better place. Not only does he need a job, he needs a place to live. An idea that I had was, what if we went to the trailer parks? And I hate to say that, but you know, there are some decent trailer parks, but what if we went to the trailer parks and put some signs in front of the neighborhood looking for a room for rent? Not we buy houses, looking for a room for rent. Maybe that would be a way to find a place to stay. And not only that, I also just put a major ad on Facebook saying, trying to help a friend who is homeless and needs work. And I didn't want to pity party it too much. I said, hey, look, I'm not looking for a handout. If you know of anybody who has a room for rent, or maybe you've got a room for rent, you know, let me know. And if you know of anybody who's got any steady work, here's what our guy is looking for. And, you know, I listed a bunch of different types of jobs that he was trying to find. I didn't mention the fact that he's a convicted felon, and I didn't know if I needed to do that. I mean, obviously, if I got a chance to speak to somebody, I would tell them. Anyways, I share all of that with you because when you are in a situation that is dire and damn near hopeless, you got to do everything in your power to try to change that. I've mentioned this before, I'm going to mention it again. You know, getting locked up is the easy part, and doing time, that is easy. It's coming home and trying to do better after. And you know, this is a guy who's been home, you know, kind of had his stuff together. He had a job, he had a place to rent, and then he lost it. So just because you get it together doesn't mean that it won't fall apart. And if it does, or if you're coming home and you don't have anything going for yourself, you got to bust your ass and basically explore auxiliary, unorthodox, that's the right word, unorthodox methods sometimes in an effort to try to make it happen for yourself. One final thing that I want to share with you guys, as we've been sitting up at this temp service for a good little while, I've watched probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 people come to this place since we've been here. And some of these people are just, you know, they're just carrying themselves like they don't care at all. Like this might even be a burden to them to come and I'm not speaking to these people, but I just get that sense from just looking at the way that they look. And I'm not trying to judge nobody, but I know because I was once one of these type of people too, who wasn't really trying to do this, but you had to do this because of probation or parole, or because your mom wanted you to get a job. Yo, if you ain't driven to try to do better, you ain't gonna do better. So pretty motivational right there. I'm gonna get ready to go up in here, check on our guy, and hopefully we'll be getting out of here soon and moving on to whatever's next. All right, so new guy just got back in the vehicle and he got a full-time job. So that's really awesome. It's only an $8 an hour job, and you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, what about the flagging gig? 11 bucks an hour. I guess there was a test that you had to take and he failed the test, but no big deal. They told him, hey, look, you know, we got another job that you can do, and it's a full-time job. He starts that job tomorrow and separating trash at a recycling plant. He's got to be there at 6 a.m. I got the piece of paper from him right here. He's got to be there at 6 a.m. You're going to be one of 5 people doing this. So there's going to be 5 other people making $8 an hour to start off, but they say you're going to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And he can be working 8 to 10 hours a day. So it's not a great job. Obviously, when you hear that pay, that, you know, that definitely sucks, but it's a job nonetheless. Starting out, this is a step in the right direction. So cool deal. Let me figure out what we're gonna do next. Yeah, let me figure out what we're gonna do next. All right, I know this video has definitely been all up in the car, but I do apologize for that. I wish it could be outside, but it's raining. You know what? I'm gonna try to step outside and film at least a little something so that we're not just completely in the car. Damn, I've been sitting down forever and I gotta pee so bad. And it's raining outside. All right, so we made it to another place that I definitely wanted to check out, and it's Bing Home Emporium right behind us right here. And damn it, camera's getting wet. This is not a get wet type of camera. They got a sign right up front. I can see it from here. It says that they're hiring all positions. And I hate the way this is gonna sound, but I told Rabbit about this place, and I don't know if he ever went here, but what I was gonna say is, this is the type of place that just looks like it'll give a guy a chance. I hate the way that sounds, but it's the truth. Don't know what they're gonna start you off making, but we're gonna go up in here and see if this could be an opportunity for this guy. He starts work making $8 an hour tomorrow with this job through the temp service. Why would we continue this venture? Well, why not? Let's see how many opportunities we can run across, and maybe these will be helpful to some people in the local area. I posted an ad on Facebook saying I got a friend who needs a room for rent and a work opportunity, and I've got people reaching out. I posted this in like the marketplace pages, the trash and treasure pages. I've got people reaching out saying, hey, I know After Prison Show, I rock with what you're doing. You might want to go check this place out, check that place out. So I'm getting some positive feedback there. Ironically, right next to where we're at, there's Home Emporium. I've gotten stuff for flip houses there. You can't really see it because of the rain. Right there, you can't see that too well neither. That's the plasma center. So people go and donate plasma for 40 bucks a time, and I don't think you can do it every day there. Let's go in here, let's see what they're talking about and see what other kind of opportunities we can make happen today. God, what a miserable day. Yeah. This sucks. And I parked super far away from this place. There we go. Going up in here. So, like I said earlier, I had told Rabbit about this place because I thought this could be an opportunity for him, but I think that he had lost his ID and he wasn't able to come up here and fill out an application. But every time that I've ever come up here, one thing that I always see is this. Bing. Come inside and fill out an application. Let's see what's going on in here.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look around. All right, so he's filling out the application now, and I'm looking for a bathroom. I gotta pee so bad. All right, we're leaving from Home Emporium. New guy filled out an application, and they said that all the managers will be in on Thursday. That's when they go over everything. So they'll either give him a call then, or he's gonna call them. I was talking to a guy in there. I asked him what they start out at up there. He said $9.50 or $10 an hour. I'm not sure if that's legit or not. The guy looks like he was high off of his ass, so he probably doesn't even know what he was talking about, but neither here nor there. Hey, they sell quartz and granite in there, countertops. I'm about to buy some countertops for the flip house. And a bunch of broke wings out here with us. I feel like we're in Seattle. This weather is frightful. So another application filled out. That's 4A. I'm trying to film, birds. I'm trying to film. Oh shoot, he was getting buck. Another application down, that's 4. We're making some, oh, and they had a restroom in there, so update, I was able to urinate. That sounded really weird. All right, still in the vehicle. So we just tried to hit up Big Lots, right there. And you got to fill out the application online. He can do that later. There's a bunch of places where you can fill out the application online. We want to try to hit any places that you can do it in person, and we've hit a few. So what did we start off doing today? We went to the Salvation Army. We got them in some more presentable clothes. We went to the sub place. We went to the thrift store. We went to the Temp service. We went to Home Emporium, Big Lots. Now what we're getting ready to do is we're gonna go drive by where he's gotta go to work at tomorrow. That way he knows where this place is at. And real quick, one thing that I wanna mention on Facebook, y'all, people are blowing me up, wanting to help and reaching out. I just had a woman reach out saying she wanted, did I have a Cash App? She wanted to make a donation. I said, hey, look, we're not accepting any donations. That's not what this is about. I've got a GoFundMe coming later. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, because so many people would say that I probably would. But no, very nice gesture. You know, it's the holidays. People want to help people out, so that's really cool. But I said, hey, look, thank you so much for your kind offer, but that, you know, we can't accept that. We're not accepting that. Also had a guy reach out from pretty far away who says he owns a junkyard and he wanted to know who the mystery guy was. So I sent him the mystery guy on Facebook. Says he's got a junkyard. He's going to check this guy out, and he also said he possibly has a room for rent. So who knows? He's got an $8 an hour job starting tomorrow and a bunch of other leads. You know what I said at the beginning of today? I said we were going to find a job. Not only were we going to find a job, if we didn't find a job, we were going to find hella leads. And we've done pretty good. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Just getting home. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. You guys will be seeing this video in just a little while. So here's the breakdown of how things went today. We got up with our new guy. We went to the Salvation Army, tried to get him some clothes, and then it was on the job hunt. And we probably hit about 5 different places. Where did we go? We went to the sub place, we went to the thrift store, we went to the Temp service, we went to Home Emporium, and we went to Big Lot. Hit those 5 places, and he's got this job that starts tomorrow making $8 an hour. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it at all. You know, I think about what guys want me to pay them, and I think about what I came home from prison making. And, you know, even though we haven't had a chance to introduce the new guy yet, I want to let you guys know this guy reminds me so much of myself. A guy who's a skilled laborer at best, who's worked in restaurants and vast different fields of construction, doesn't really know how to do everything, probably knows a little bit about a lot of things. And that is probably still me to this very day. I'm not even proud of the fact that we found him a job. Yeah, we found him a job. An $8 an hour job at a recycling plant. But let me tell you something, it is a start. And there's a lot of other opportunities and leads with Home Emporium. Thursday. The managers are going to look at everything. Maybe there's that, $9.50 to $10 an hour. Hell, I just had a woman hit me up from this Facebook ad saying that Hardee's, she's hiring at Hardee's. She's a manager there. She's hiring right now for $9 an hour. But he's got to go online and fill out the application. In terms of other applications that he's working on, Lowe's, he's filling out that application online. Where Shannon works at, he's filling out that application online. Again, a very special shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Dave as well. Dave is working a job and he's trying to see if they're hiring there. I talked to my homeboy Connor. They're not hiring right now. We actually got a job working with Connor before, or at the company where Connor works at. Dave used to work there too. So Lowe's, the place where Shannon works at, Big Lot, and I've gotten a bunch of other messages from Facebook, Hardee's, of places where he can go fill out an application online. This is a pebble to a mountain. Basically, we got a guy who is living in a not so great situation, cold, wet, this sucks. I mean, he's got a roof over his head at least, but they don't have any power where he's staying at. So we've got at least a pebble to throw at this mountain in terms of what we've been able to accomplish and what is looking hopeful on the horizon. I can tell you one thing, it was a positive day. It was a day of plenty of hope. A day that provided plenty of hope. This guy is filled with a lot of hope. This guy is super grateful for me trying to help him and trying to light the fire up under his ass to help him get to a better situation. You might think, hearing me say that, Joe, why isn't he doing it for himself? He wants to do it for himself. But imagine being homeless and assed out. Your motivation level is not going to be very high at all. I'm going to wrap it up with this. I'll be curious to know what you guys think of all of this, and I'll be looking forward and will be excited to share with you where this story goes from here. Tomorrow he starts the job. He's got to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll be very curious to hear how this first day goes. Are they busting your ass out there for $8 an hour? Hardee's might definitely be better than that. I got to respond to a bunch of people. I got to get this video edited. I got to thank a bunch of people who have been reaching out with leads and possible opportunities. And I want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I look forward to sharing with you guys where everything goes from here. Have a great one, and until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!